Loopmasters CM Collection, free with Computer Music Magazine issue 234, is a whopping 1GB sample pack of expert one-shots and loops, compiled from 22 of the Sample Giant's biggest and best packs. Covering all electronic genres, from trap, D&B and EDM through to house, techno, funk, disco and much more. In this tutorial video, we'll put this epic pack to the test by creating this melodic halftime track. We're using Ableton Live for our tutorial, but you can follow along using any DAW and sampler combo. Start in a fresh project set to 140 BPM. The pack contains plenty of well-produced drum loops, but instead of using a loop in its entirety, we'll sample its characterful kick. Drag atmospheric chill, loops, drum loop 05.wav onto a blank MIDI track to load it into a simpler. Before programming the simple C3 pattern shown here in a bar-long MIDI clip. Repeat the process to add a clap. Load Surefire Trap, Loops, No Sub Drum Loop 10.wav into a simpler on a new MIDI track. Program a C3 note on beat 3 of every bar. Then drag Simpler's orange start point marker to the beginning of the loop's third drum hit to trigger the loop's clap. Send this channel to Live's default return A by -8 dB to add spacious reverb. Then limit with D16 Frontier's threshold set to -27 dB and output to -14 dB. Chilled Trap Step, Loops, A minor Smooth Rose.wav is a relaxing chord progression that will form the melodic basis of our track. But instead of dropping the audio loop straight into the project, we'll extract the audio chord to MIDI notes and use them to trigger a different synth sound. So to do this in Live, right-click the loop and select Convert Harmony to New MIDI Track. Once a MIDI clip has been created, head inside to correct, add, remove and customize notes. Our progression is 5 tweaked chords.mid. Turn this MIDI track down to -7 dB. Load Badzilla CM's Joe Rossiter Stereo Pad preset. Then set Envelope 1's attack and release to 0 for a tight chord sound. Insert Sats and CM and set high pass to 9 o'clock to remove sub-frequencies from the thick synth chords. Let's get the synths ducking around the kick. Load a compressor on the Badzilla CM channel, turn on sidechain, select the kick channel in the Audio From menu, then set a -35 dB threshold, infinity to 1 ratio, 0 milliseconds attack, and 74 milliseconds release. Next, to rein in dynamics, load Ignite VST's Vice 1 compressor, free in CM plugins, before the sidechain compressor in the chain, and apply a -30 dB threshold, 8:1 ratio, and makeup gain to 6. Time for a fat bass to underpin the chords. Load DJ Sapo, Rolling Jungle and D&B, Hits, C Tribal Bass.wav into a new simpler. Turn the channel down to -6 dB. Then use 7 bass riff.mid to trigger the sample. You can hear there's a bit of pitch bend at the start of the note here. So to remove that, set start to 8.6%. And then to remove clicking, we'll set attack to 2.7 milliseconds. And release to 145 milliseconds. And we'll also set voices to 1 to make the bass monophonic. Now we'll add harmonics with 6x500 cm. Before applying heavy sidechaining to make room for the track's kick. For a rhythmic background hat loop, load DJ Sapo Rolling Jungle and D&B loops crashy2.wav on a new audio track, turned down to -27 dB. Select the clip's repitch algorithm to pitch the loop down. Then load Wolfram CM's pattern chopper preset to rhythmically gate the loop into 16th notes. Apply heavy sidechain compression triggered by both the kick and clap signals to get this loop moving around the hits. Now we'll add a simple synth lead line to ride over the chords. Duplicate the Badzilla CM channel, replace the track's MIDI clip with 9 lead line.mid, then head into Badzilla CM's preset browser and select the 03 Leads HS Enhanced Flute preset. For a final layer of thickness, we filtered and distorted the original Rhodes loop from earlier in the tutorial, using Satson CM and Wolfram CM's Distortion Dreaded Drums preset. Before blending it into the mix underneath the synth parts. So here's our finished track, with an extra closed hi-hat part, and a few more sounds, all taken from CM234's Loopmasters CM Collection sample pack. And be sure to head to loopmasters.com for plenty more pro-quality sample packs.